Speech off.
Hi everybody, it's Beverly at Bama Blind, and right now I'm giving you a shot of my Christmas tree, which is in my living room. This video is all about my living room undressed, meaning that we just completed our Thanksgiving holiday celebration, and we go pretty big here at my house because, well, we go way back because many years ago, I had no place to go for Thanksgiving one year when I was pretty young, and it affected me, and I was welcomed into a home of the person that eventually became my first husband, but his family welcomed me home, and then we got married, we had children. Unfortunately, that marriage ended in divorce, but it was very amicable. And I went on to marry my current husband and my only husband, Jerry, who we've celebrated 28 years of marriage so far. But we always wanted a place to go for Thanksgiving. So every year we have a big Thanksgiving celebration here. This year we had 18 people. So I finished, the last couple of days cleaning up from that, meaning that I took down all of my Thanksgiving decorations. They were on the mantles, on the tabletops. I'm going to point right now into our central hallway, which is a really big room, basically. It's, you go from the front of my house to the back of the house, and the central hallway was the dessert room, and it had a big round table. Every year I put a big round table in there with a brown tablecloth and 2 pilgrims in the center, and we had our pies and cakes and candies and cookies, and everybody brings different things. And then in our back foyer, which you come into, which right now has a sofa in it, we had a long buffet table that's about 17 feet long. And then on the other side of the room, we had our salad table. So it's not like we just eat desserts and sides. We had lots of turkey and ham and lots of salads and vegetables. So anyway, it's taken me this long to clean up after that. So what I'm showing you right here is my naked, my undressed living room, with the exception of my tall Christmas tree, which I think I'm pointing at right now. Unfortunately for me, because there's an overhead light on for videoing, I can't even see the tree. I can't see the lights. It's a 9.5-foot tree. Our ceilings are 12 feet tall because our house was built in 1893. And the tree sits right in front of 3 bay windows which overlook a rounded front porch. This is a Queen Anne Victorian house. So this room basically is not very big square footage wise, but it looks bigger because it's got a really tall ceiling. We put our 9.5-foot Christmas tree on a platform because my husband then bolts it down to the platform. We did that many years ago when we had a kitty cat, and our kitty cat liked to climb up to the top of the tree, and she was a kitten. And had we not bolted the base down, the whole tree would have topped over. So anyway, it makes the tree about 11.5 feet tall, or maybe 6 inches from the ceiling. And it's right in front of the 3 bay windows, which really are original to the house. The rest of this living room, I'm just showing because I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what. Right now, we have a white sofa. It's a camel-backed sofa, and it's white, and it is facing the Christmas tree. It's usually in front of the bay windows, so it kind of accentuates those 3 windows. But for Christmas reasons, we pull it out over here, and there was a smaller sofa here facing that. We took it and put it in the front foyer where I call it the back foyer actually, where you walk into the house. But On here we have hardwood floors, and I'm walking around the sofa. I can't see it, but my timing tells me I'm walking around the sofa. And we have a piano on the east wall. The piano is used every day, and right above the piano we have one of our only pieces of artwork in this room, and it's just a reprint of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. So it's got a lot of blues in it and some greens, and it's in a gold, kind of a gilded frame. And it really belongs to my daughter, but she said it looks so nice over our piano where her daughter plays every afternoon that we left it in our living room. And then we have our bay windows with our Christmas tree, which faces to the corner of our lot because it's a rounded porch. So this is a northeastern exposure. And then if I face directly east, the only thing I have over here is an old chest marble top. It's got 3 drawers and a marble top. It's authentic because it was given to me by my great-grandmother. And then above that is kind of an old, it's a primitive looking painting that someone that I am acquainted with painted about 50 years ago. And my mom bought the painting because she liked the frame around it. The frame is very ornate, and the picture is just a still life of flowers and a vase. And it's got some golds and yellows and browns, those kinds of things. And the entire room in here is painted a blue color, kind of a deeper than just your regular blue. It's called Blueberry Bud. But we painted that. I chose that color because I wanted the white antique old woodwork to pop out in here. And then right here on the west wall is our fireplace, which is sealed up with a cast iron door, very, very Victorian and ornate. And the cast iron is very heavy. These were coal-burning fireplaces, so we don't burn any coal, thank goodness, anymore. And then above that is a double mantle with a mirror, and all of that is blank. Now that had Thanksgiving garland on it that was burgundy and brown with acorns and gold flecks and pine cones, and a matching wreath that went directly to the left of that, which is still on the west wall. And right now I have nothing there. So I have 2 chairs sitting next to my fireplace, 2 burgundy chairs with wooden arms and kind of ornate scrolled, I guess Victorian looking legs, but they're just, basically simple upholstered chairs. And so I've got the chairs, I've got the white sofa, I've got the piano, we've got the Christmas tree. We have nothing on the floor except for the hardwood. We have 2 pieces of artwork. One is the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night. The other one is done by a lady named I can't pronounce her last name, but her last name is synonymous with a really, really famous painter from Finland. And at one point I thought, oh my gosh, is this one of his paintings? Because it looks like one of his primitive paintings. But I tracked it down and I actually found the person that painted it 50 years ago. And it wasn't the real rich and famous guy. Otherwise I probably would have sold it. So my mantle is blank, and then over on those walls, I have walls, right here, I have an end table, which is right next to the sofa. I have nothing on it. I have some floor lamps in here, and as you come in the front door, I'm going to try to scoot around this end table if I can. There's some, well, I really can't. But as you come in the front door, on the south wall of this room, there is a big, long, hanging Turkish rug, a silk Kayseri rug, and it's got some burgundies in it and some golds. And then we have a big, almost the exact same size, right on the other side of that bedroom door, we have a big, tall, about 7.5-foot tall beveled mirror that goes from the floor to about 7.5 feet tall, and it's in a gilded gold frame. So other than that, I have no decorations in here. You can hear my TikTok clock over there if you can see it. That's wonderful. The TikTok clock belonged to my grandmother and was given to me by my dad's sister, because it sat on the mantle in this living room for 50 years. So since I have the house now, I was given the clock, and it needs a little repair. The hour hand doesn't work. The minute hand works wonderfully. So I just like to hear it chime, 12 noon or 12:30 or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So I like the sound of it. Anyway, I'm showing this living room the way it is, undressed, because the next time you see it, I will have put some decorations in it. Truly, now the tree is already dressed, but it's sitting on the wooden platform, and typically what I do is I will build a tree skirt for us to put all of the gifts and the presents underneath and make it look kind of like drifting snow. So if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. And my initial purpose for the channel was to show how people who are visually impaired or blind live. And we live just like everybody else for the most part. We do things very differently. So we do the same things, we just do them in a different way. I'm videoing in a different way. I can't see this room at all as I'm panning around. And I won't be able to see it as I decorate. I have to move from place to place and actually touch the surface with my hand and see what's there or what's not there, and then place something in that place, and then step back and take a picture in my mind of what my hands just touched, and then come up with the idea that I really like the way it looks or I don't like the way it looks. And sometimes it looks so much better in my head than it does, in real life. And so many times it's identical. So a lot of the times when I decorate, and I love to decorate, a lot of the times people will say, who did your decoration? And if you are blind or visually impaired, you know that you can do your decorating. I know when I was in college, I was legally blind. I've always had a measured visual acuity of legal blindness. But when I was in college, I took an interest inventory, right when you go through freshman orientation, and they try to discern what your interests are, not what your aptitudes are, but your interest. And I topped out on every test in interior design. And then I just laughed at them and I said, well, that tells you that your tests are flawed, because I'm visually impaired. I see no color, and I have to touch everything, and it's very, very impractical. Of course, you got to understand this was many decades ago, so it's very impractical for an interior designer who's blind to walk in and say, oh, let me make your home or your business or your office space beautiful, because people won't believe it unless you have a portfolio to show them. And this is not a portfolio at all. I just want to show my undressed living room. And we call it the parlor because that's what they called it back in the day. And this is what it looks like now. And I have no idea what it's going to look like after I start getting my Christmas decorations down. But this will be the first room I work on. And I've got about 8 other major rooms to cover besides this one, but this will be my first one, and I enjoy doing it, so I wanted to make a video of what it looks like now with the bare floors and the bare tabletops and the beautiful Christmas tree right in front. So I wish you a very, very wonderful week that's upcoming, and if you are new to the channel, thanks for subscribing. I'm not in it for numbers or monetization. I love videoing what I do. I want to share that, and I absolutely love connecting with people. So please comment below if you have any questions. If you have ideas for me, I would love ideas. One of my mottos is I don't want to go spend money. I want to use the things that I have, repurpose them. And so I think I kind of know what I might do with this room. But if you have ideas, let me know. If you think this is ridiculous, let me know. There is one of my videos I'm going to share with you now. There is one of my videos that's called How You Straighten Area Rugs with No Sight or something like that. And I videoed that maybe 1 week after I started my channel, and I was just putting down a new rug. And the way I do it is I usually take a cane or something very, very rigid like that, and I just push back all the pieces of furniture, straighten the area rug, measuring it with the cane with my fingertips. And that video has gotten so many views. And they're not people that really like the video. I don't know why they watch the video. Honestly, I have no idea. It's not an interesting video. I wouldn't go, watch it. And I say that in all honesty because I just picked up the camera and I just started videoing. And just to show how a person who can't see straightens area rugs in their room, in the, whatever room the area rug is in. So that's, hopefully you're watching this one, that I will show you the end result with this room when I get finished with it. I don't know what day that might be. It might be today. It might be 3 days from now. I got so much going on. But that's the fun part of life, even if you're blind. So welcome to my channel, and please leave some comments and like the video if you think this kind of video is interesting. Just hit that like button and subscribe. So I'll talk to you next time, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.